This is 1407 Great Mocky Lane, the living memory of the X-Men. Don't let anyone tell you different. Today with the round table. Well, 3/4 of the round table. We'll get Corey. It'll be good. It'll be great. We got MJ, we got Sterling Silver. We're here to talk about Judgment Day #2.
Yes,
Out this week. The only thing that came out this week.
that's correct.
How we feeling?
That was pretty good, all things considered.
Just
I thought it was fantastic. It had some flaws, definitely, but it reminded me of I've read the wikis and watched hundreds of videos on all this stuff, and I felt like I was reliving a moment from like one of your guys' past when you actually saw a Celestial show up for the first time.
Right.
This is my first time seeing a Celestial show up.
Yeah,
that's fair.
It's interesting because a certain character, I'm not going to say who, was like kind of taking a back seat, but kind of wasn't taking a back seat this issue. But they were present, but they weren't. So I mean, it's interesting that Gillian is like having him be in the background, doing like the workman stuff, but he's not like actively in the field. So I find that interesting.
Who are you talking about?
Huh?
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Iron Man. That's why I'm wearing the shirt.
Oh, right. Oh, Stark. He does nothing. He's basically Batman. No, but after all this just maybe just me, but I still don't care about the Eternals. Don't care. So I'm sorry. I don't care about the Eternals. Nothing about the Eternals is interesting. This is just they're trying to.
That's way too harsh. Like, do you mean like not powerful enough to be a threat, or they're relying on other people's power? Like, interesting. Like,
just the marketing aspect of this. Like, anytime you get like a team that has a movie, they get pushed up to when they get pushed up to the A-list. They always have to have the battle with the X-Men.
This was inevitable. I would have argued this was inevitable from the beginning. They were always, to me, mutants being deviants was nothing new. We've known that for years.
Yeah, but there was always like their evolution. How is that a deviant thing?
Yeah, it seemed like it wasn't just the fact that they're mutants that were made in deviants. It's the fact now that they have access to essentially immortality that kind of made them like, oh, this is like the trigger for them for the Eternals.
No, it's Druig. Druig is now Prime Celestial, Prime Eternal, and he wants to maintain his power, and he needs a target. So he's using. It's like Vietnam. You need a target to win the elections, type shit going on.
No, but I just
real quick. The original retcon was that the Celestials came to Earth. This is like 1990s retcon. They came to Earth, and they created two classes of humans. They created Eternals and Deviants, and then from that, mutants came. So we've always knew mutants were descended from Deviants. That's always been canon. Whether or not they had Deviant gene in them, they have mutant powers. Some of them look deviant. It's pretty obvious.
I don't know. Like, the way I always thought it was like the Eternals came in, and they gave the humanity the ability to evolve, I guess. Like that. The Eternals are weird.
That might be your headcanon, but it was established.
Oh, no, it wasn't headcanon. It wasn't headcanon. This was in a book.
But it's canon that
X-Force
deviants. That is 100% canon.
No, I didn't say. No, you said headcanon. Headcanon means made it up. No, I'm just like. It's just that was just the way I understood it. But if mutants are deviants, then they're deviants.
Well, I guess you can. They never full out have said that the X gene is related to the D gene or whatever, the deviant gene. But they look deviant. We know that in that retcon established that mutants came right after the Celestials did their thing. So the implication is that it's either they're related to the Eternals or they're related to the Deviants. It has to be one or the other.
Right. Well, that's Yeah, so it seems, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with that. It just seems like specifically they're saying like the X-Men or not X-Men, the mutants are like deviants or deviations from the deviants. So they're like deviant, like not plus, like deviant to like the umpteenth degree. So we like so they actively have to take out the mutants,
Right.
which is interesting because like eventually they'll take over the like the world in terms of like population, but not right now. So I was like okay, like there are just some things that just for like there are some things for this that you have to understand that it's an event comic, but it just kind of seems like for me personally speaking, this is like what the third time and within I can't say 10 years, so it's like the third time that the mutants, mainly the X-Men, have been fighting another group basically to just survive. And I'm just like it's getting very interesting how they keep making this like making these excuses for like, oh I know the mutants got to go and like here's why.
Hey, I'm just saying the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the Inhumans.
Yeah, and then the Dark Avengers.
Dark.
Like of all those teams I just named, like the Dark Avengers were like the clearly bad guys, but the other ones were kind of like during the way. I'm just like, no, you guys are kind of bad too. Like Avengers, not necessarily. The way they kind of drew it, or like the way they kind of wrote it for like that event. I'm like, okay, I can kind of see why you all would think like maybe Cyclops is going too far, but then later on you took Cyclops' plan and he was right because he's always right. And then we get the whole thing with the Inhumans with like the Terrigen Mist, and I'm just like, I don't see how you all think that the Inhumans are right here. That clearly the mutants are right, and now we're kind of doing that. Like I barely even count like the Fantastic Four thing. That was because one, there was only 4 issues, and then two, I'm just like, you know, that like that was the thing that happened, and now it's like with the deviants and so with the Eternals. And the funny thing is like the Eternals, not all of them are together. Like they have their own schism. So it's mainly just it's the Droog Eternals that are doing all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Thena and Cersei and the other one, I forgot the one that runs really fast. Her.
Icarus. No, it doesn't.
No, Icarus is one that flies.
Makari.
Yeah, Akari. Yeah. Huh?
You said it, yeah.
Yeah, Akari. Yeah. So like they're helping out the Avengers, but I don't even no, I think Captain America knows. Or like so I know, so I guess the rest of the know. But the mutants don't know that there's a sect of Eternals helping them. Captain America could have told Cyclops that, hey, oh by the way, we got some we got some deviants. I mean, god dang it. So we got some Eternals helping you. Oh, sorry, gotta go. But he didn't say that. I'm like, that's oddly convenient.
That is weird.
If based off promo images, like the cover for the next X-Men chapter, it looks like Icarus will be fighting alongside Cyclops, like with him. So that's one of my biggest complaints, is that it's not really Avengers versus Eternals versus mutants. It's more like Eternals, mutants, and Avengers versus Eternals.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See, that's really hard. That's really hard.
If anything, especially with Iska right now, it's really like Krakoa versus most of like Krakoa and Arako, which are together fighting Iska, because Iska is just like off in her own world right now.
Oh, all right.
And then Magneto also has to pop back up because he's spoiler alert, he's not dead. So
hey, you know how hard it is to kill that man? It's really hard. But let's get into it. Like the beginning, when they show those 6 ordinary people.
Yes.
I thought that was like, wow, this is what I've been wanting for a while. I've been wanting to see how does Krakoa affect the rest of the world. And
fair.
It was great. I like it. Like,
I gotta admit, I didn't read them. I had to go back and read them, and when I realized they were important, I'm like, why the fuck are we reading about 6 random people in my Judgment Day? I skipped them, and then when I really learned that they were probably going to be kind of important, I went back and read it.
I just don't understand the red-haired guy's point of view. He just says, "Oh, mutants! They had this coming." Like,
right?
That's just, real?
I guess he's just supposed to be the bigot. I guess he's just supposed to be the bigot. Like we had pretty much most of this was indifference. So we had one person that hated mutants. The other 4 were kind of like indifferent, and then we had another one that was pro mutant. So that was pretty interesting to see. So we pretty much got like the scale.
Right. Like that one girl.
The one who lost her child who threw fake blood. Was that at Jean, I think?
That was at Emma.
No. That was a different person.
Oh yeah, you're right.
pretty sure it was that girl. She lost her child. That's the same
Mhm.
girl.
No. But the
Mm.
one that through the blood
Oh, the blood is
had
different
lost
than
her
the father?
husband.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, that girl though, she's the same one as we see in this beginning of this one.
Yeah.
Right.
And she has kind of a, even though she had like a really anti-mutant stance, she's kind of pro-mutant. She wants to be mutant, which
It was a knee-jerk reaction. Like she just
just-
like she lost her child. She made a reaction that she didn't really think about.
Right. She's just like, yeah, I don't want them to like, I don't like them, but I don't want them to die. Which I think that needs to be a better sentiment and just the internet now. Just because I don't like you doesn't mean I don't want you to die. I think that's a great like asterisk. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean I want it to not exist.
I like the old man. The man's like, I've seen this how many times? Like I'm just
yeah. Well, that's the funny. Yeah,
over day.
that's funny because what happened to with him.
And the girl that's just too busy to do anything.
Yeah, she's
Which
in
is
Brazil.
a
She
lot
got 3
more-
jobs in Brazil. You know it's hard. Like,
right? Like, you know they ain't paying her.
No, they did not.
Oh boy. But like I thought it was really cool, just like that perspective. I'm not saying like just be nice. But then we jump into the kaiju battle where my man Exodus, he's just going hard.
Yes.
So we learned the Hex are all sisters, all 6 of them, I believe.
Yeah.
Seems like
there's they're all sisters, and they are kind of like animal hybrids / Eternals.
Yeah.
It's like it said like Memotaro, so I think it's like a mixture of like Minotaur and like Mind. So
yeah, we got the Fire Minotaur.
Yeah.
We got the Plant Centaur.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Healing Squid. Windbird. Or Lightning Bird, maybe, because it didn't seem like it took much.
Right.
Thunderbird. And they look to be like an ape. I don't know what his power was though.
Right. So they're all sisters.
All right. After Immortal X-Men, I was reading that one little what Gene said, our resident like powerhouse nutcase. I'm like, whoa, calm down.
Yeah. They're throwing us some weird shots here because like the whole thing was it X-Men? Was it X-Men? Was Judgment Day one or was it Immortal? I think it was Immortal X-Men where like Kitty Pryde called Cyclops a nerd and like he must have a plan for this, and then it turns out he didn't have a plan for it. So no, he's like it was so obvious. I should have made a plan for this.
No, it's just like, whoa, Gene, destroyer of galaxies, killer of 7 billion people. Yeah, you don't like that, huh?
That was the Phoenix. No, that wasn't Gene. That was the Phoenix.
She still holds account. She still hold accountable to it though.
No, but remember, she saved hundreds of worlds by taking
millions, like millions of worlds.
Not billions, though. Not billions. No, it's just, no. It was fine. Like, what? How did you guys feel about this whole exchange with like, yeah, you're out, Silver. You're right. The Cyclops part was probably one of the funniest parts in the book.
I liked it. Like I said, it was just kind of. It was more of a. It wasn't action. I can't say that. It was more of a plot driven kind of issue. Funny that we did not see the perspective of Drew this issue, which is very interesting.
We saw maybe him. We maybe saw a panel of him when the Celestial is making his statement.
Yeah, that is true. But like, I mean, like from that, not from his like perspective, like we've mainly seen it from the Avengers and the X-Men. Avengers, X-Men, and then the sect of the Eternals that are not with Drew. So that was interesting. For the most part, like we just saw Tony building, and he even made it. Funny enough, he even made a little. He made a joke. It's like so this is gonna be like my Hank Pym Ultron moment, and it turned out that was wholeheartedly what it was.
Right.
So real quick before we move on past the kaijus, I felt like they were kind of disappointing a little bit. We
could have had some more time with them.
They were Eternals, individually Eternals. But yeah, I felt like I was more afraid of Uranus's machines that he created.
I think it's supposed to be. Because Dude is
Yeah, I think they're just there to just be. I get what you mean. I was more like I think the reason why I feel a bit more I felt more sorry, I think the reason why I felt more afraid of Uranus was because like he was like just tanking he like his threat level was bigger because he was fighting a bigger threat on that planet because they're all like they all know what they're just going to do. Even in this issue, Cyclops admitted that most of the X-Men, like sorry, most of the mutants are not like they're like they aren't offensive. Which
yeah.
funny enough, I will say one thing. I think there's a little bit of an error there because the Avengers come, Exodus is upset. And then Jean says, "Well, we'll have to get the opinion of the captains." And then she asks Magic. I'm like, "Wait, Magic should not be a captain in anymore." So I don't know why she's asking her. The first,
No,
like,
like,
like
still a
the captain.
though.
No, I thought, yeah, but so was Cyclops, and then he had to quit.
Right? Yeah, he has. Yeah, I mean,
So
like,
she shouldn't be a captain anymore either.
I think she was just passing off to somebody who she knew would agree with her.
They,
Like,
okay, yeah, because it should like the only captain there was Bishop, in that panel.
You want to make Magic an X-Men, you got to make her leave the captains. That's a good
she is a
point.
captain. She's been a captain for like a minute. It's just
Actually, you know what? No, that's a no. That now that I think about it, so that is actually a big, not a plot hole right now, but they need to address that because if she's leaving, then she can't be a captain. So there has to be a new person.
I mean,
So,
wait. What do you mean that she's not? Well, no, no. There's two.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's two captains on the Marauders and two captains on the X-Men. It's fine.
No. I'm saying specifically, if I remember correctly, because Cyclops left because he was no longer a captain. So he like when he left to go to join the X-Men, he was no longer a captain. So Magic is a captain right now. She was, but now she's joined the X-Men, so she should not be one either.
Oh, wait. Okay. I think I know what you mean. Like
Right.
when Cyclops
Yeah.
became he stepped down as Captain Commander.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, is it just still a captain?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm fine with it. I thought it meant like no, you're just done, like period.
No.
Okay, then we're good.
Yeah.
If he's still a captain, I don't recall that. I take your word on it.
I look at the first issue of Inferno. They show that he retired as Captain Commander, but he also said Bishop's his
Replacement Captain
successor.
Commander.
It makes sense because he's still making protocols and stuff, so he should still
Right.
be a captain.
Maybe they'll just take it like suggestions and just be like, these are good. Like these are good suggestions. We'll just take them.
Either way, his suggestion-
But the
they do his
captains are
suggestion.
Psylocke, Bishop, Cyclops, Magic. That's it. Just
Right. I mean, I would have been fine with it if Magic left and like, I mean, they have enough people to be. I think Moonstar would be a great captain. Honestly,
I think Moonstar would make a good member on the council.
Yeah.
Get her instead of Hope because Hope sucks. I don't like Hope.
No, we need Hope because they established that like they haven't established that like a new 5. Just like if they kill like Cyclops all but said if we lose Hope then it's over.
I mean, they're still Sync though. That's I don't. Anytime somebody says, "Oh, we need the 5," do we really? We have Sync. We're fine.
Sync can only sync one power at a time, though, so we can
Muscle
only
memory,
replace
though.
one. No, but they need all 5 in conjunction, not one at a time. So
No.
we can't go back and forth.
You do
So
multiple.
that's true, but if we get Sync to sync with multiple men, then we'll have multiple syncs that can do all of them.
That's
No.
a good point.
Still using multiple. I'm not sure. He might have done this in the past, but
Mhm.
in Krakoa, he has not had 2 powers at once.
I think you're right. I have to think about it. I do remember. Let's see. The biggest thing I remember from Sync right now is that he was able to copy Wasp power, and I'm like, that is huge because that means that he's not limited to just X genes. He can just copy just powers.
Powers, even technology. Pan particle is
Yeah.
technology.
So that's why I'm saying, like, get him versus Uranus. Let's make it happen.
Of course, the big issue is like, wait, why don't we just get Manifold and put him all into space? But that's a different
That's
question.
true too.
Yeah, Sync. He probably could sync with an eternal.
You should be able to.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
They're more technology, kind of, but no, he should be able to sync with celestial energy.
He did with the Children of the Vault.
Right, but they're not celestial. That is technology, though.
But yeah, they use tech, so it's like okay.
Celestial energy, though, it's like I don't know if you could recreate it without it. Like there's always something you have to be given. You can never create it yourself. He would be creating celestial energy himself, which would be
Well, I
huge.
mean, like he's shown that he can do something. He's shown that he can do stuff like that. I mean,
I
like
think so.
from muscle memory, it
I
just
wouldn't be.
ages him up.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think he could
Yeah.
do it.
Okay, so going on to Avengers Mountain, I'm really surprised the Eternals have no issue with the Avengers using the body of a Celestial as a building.
Well, it's a dead celestial, so it's not like they're not doing anything with it.
How does Captain America not know what's going on in his own house?
Captain America,
Fair.
he's not smart. He's not a smart man. He's not somebody who notices things.
Well, I think he did know that Cersei, like he at least knows that Cersei's still there because like they did kidnap her, and he was there for that. So maybe there was like a comm link or something, but yeah, it was kind of like I just said, it is weird. Kind of either Tony didn't tell him, or he just chose not to tell Cyclops. And like, oh, by the way, we got some like I keep wanting to call him Celestial. That's right. We have an Eternal. We have an Eternal that's helping us. He just did not mention that. I'm like, that's so he either no, but he knew that part, so he just didn't like tell them.
He did not tell him. Also, does anybody notice that Sinister looked like Katana from Suicide Squad?
It was very weird.
I hated it.
And it looked like he was wearing a mask. I'm like,
it was the forehead for me. It was just like he got a big old forehead now.
Right? I'm just like, where's your
head?
Where's your sword, sir?
And he smiles once. The entire time he smiles once. I'm like, that's not my Sinister smiling. He'd be having a blast up there, working on creating a god. That'd be so much fun.
Side note, I think we saw the Zebra Children again, so shout out to two of them. I haven't seen them since the Heckman days.
Right.
So that was pretty cool to see them.
It's a little confusing what Sinister's role was. It seems like he created clone children of himself to go harvest particles of the Dream Heart.
I think that was the Zebra Children. That's actually a Hickman design. But yeah, he was kind of just. I guess he was just kind of there to supervise.
Sinister had like 3 looks this issue: Katana, Joker, and Johnny Depp. I'm just kind of like
before or after the verdict.
Before.
Yeah.
Before, yeah. Because he looked like he would have killed somebody and been okay with it. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Avengers are on Krakoa.
Sly smile to the Celestial, his proclamation. So it seems like that might be Sinister might have done something to him.
Right.
Back to Avengers Mountain. So it's the parts to resurrect. So is this a god celestial or is this a celestial?
I think it's a god celestial because he said we're going to create a god last in Judgment Day #1.
But they view all celestials as gods.
Kind of because we gotta remember their eggs inside the earth, and when they fully come out, they destroy the planet they're birthed from. So celestial bad, very very bad.
So they view all celestials as gods. So it's unclear if this is a celestial, and then we already know it's a more powerful celestial, but it's unclear if it's like I don't know what a god is. Maybe it's power by faith. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the parts to assemble it. So we knew that there were 3 dead celestials on Earth.
Yeah, there are.
I didn't know Sinister killed one though. I didn't know Sinister killed the Dreaming Celestial. That's
no. He salvage. He was like a roach, just eating what he can.
Oh, we salvaged it? Okay.
Yeah.
They say at one point he killed it.
Sinister says a lot of things.
Let me see.
He was there when it was detonated. When the sleeping celestial was detonated, he was there. So at least if he didn't cause it, he knows enough about celestials to that's why he was brought in on this project, not because of his genetic knowledge, but because of his knowledge on celestial tech, because he was there when one was killed. That's what it's.
Right. Let me see if I can find that panel.
Wait, do you guys remember that who else has access to celestial technology?
Apocalypse.
Exactly. So what if what Apocalypse had was originally the batch of Eternals that he took out, and he just started applying all their technology to himself?
That is kind of what happens. Is that he fights the celestial. What they could retcon this obviously, but the established canon for Apocalypse is that he fought the Eternals, more or less beat them, so they call the Celestials down to fight him, and somehow he impresses the Celestials, and he's given authority to command celestial technology.
Makes sense.
He's one of the only individuals in the galaxy ever given authority to command celestial technology that's not an Eternal. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Maybe made a deal with them. We don't know why he was given maybe it was they were impressed. We absolutely don't know. So this new god celestial is made from the 3 parts of the original celestial. You got the prime genitor celestial that they're using the carcass of. They harvest the thumb of Airsham the judge, the heart of the dreaming celestial, a fragment of the heart of a dreaming celestial. Now this one I don't understand. Why do they need the destroyer armor? I don't get that.
Because it's indestructible. You can just destroy it.
So like patchwork?
Kinda.
Okay. The next one was both the good and bad memories. So the good memories of the Eternals and the bad memories of the Deviants.
Where's the numbers at? Is that the Icarus panel?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't really say the good memories, but it implies they assembled the Eternals, and then they went to find the dark memories. I hope they put some good memories in this god. I hope it's not just bad memories.
So to find out, I see Icarus, Sprite, and Kingo. I think I see Cersei as well. I don't think the 3 I just mentioned, like Icarus, Sprite, and Kingo, I don't think they've had one single line of dialogue yet. So that's interesting to point out.
They say it's not just love that makes a celestial heart beat. So they're getting hate. But where do they get the love from? My assumption is from the Eternals. They're gathering up the Eternals. They give their love to this thing. Then they got the hate from the Deviants. And then I guess Tony Stark is the father.
Yes.
Somehow?
Yeah.
Because they use his nervous system as like
doesn't make any sense.
Routing. Oh no, it makes sense because he had the power cosmic in him, which is celestial based.
I just don't believe this progenitor god celestial has a nervous system.
So you believe he has a thumbprint's believable, but not a nervous system?
A thumbprint it's more like a weapon. It's like a technological weapon. It's not actually a thumbprint. I guess it could be a technological nervous system. I don't know.
Oh, did you guys catch that sinister new Stark's dad?
Yeah.
Yes. And liked him, which is not a good sign.
Like, bro, your dad was so chill.
Well, he said, specifically, he said, "Oh, sorry, adopted father."
Right.
So. That was weird.
He knew. It's like Anthony's like, well, I don't know what his dad's name.
Howard.
Yeah, Howard. We used to go in.
Supposed to be like Howard Hughes, but it's Howard Stark.
Right. But so what did you guys think about this issue altogether? Because like, just the ending, and then you find out that like, okay, you create a guy that's now judging everybody.
I think a little bit before that, I like the fact that Exodus fought, let's see, what is it, like Memotar, and like he was finally able to hear her, and she was like, "Don't," or "Please don't." And so because she knew, he didn't know, but she knew that if she died and came back, then someone was going to die. But he did not know that, and then he can't have that knowledge now because his old copy would not have that knowledge.
Yeah, he died.
So I thought that was pretty cool because it seemed like it's interesting because like the Celestial has, or like not the Celestial, the that machine, it does have a conscience. Like, I don't want you to kill me, not because I don't want to die, just because when I come back, someone else is gonna die. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That wasn't eternal. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were living Eternals that looked like machines for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. But I just like that part, like that's some nice character, like character implementation into like what is like really a faceless kind of being. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like that.
It's just
But
yeah, it's wild. I'm like I'm cautiously optimistic about it. Like at first it had my interest, now it doesn't have my attention yet though, because
yeah,
4 months of books. Jeez.
yeah.
That's why it's not going to be what we expect. Because theoretically, the war is already over.
I feel like we're still in conflict.
How could Druid command the Eternals to fight when there's a Celestial commanding them not to fight? So that theoretically, the war is now over.
Well, now maybe they're just gonna.
Now there's a new threat though.
Yeah. Now they have to work together to stop the judgment.
It's not going to take 2 months to defeat this guy, right? So like, if it does take 2 months, it's because the trials become something different. I'm thinking at this point, the Celestial now make individual trials for individual people or races or
how long before you think before the secret of the eternal resurrection gets leaked out?
I said like issue 4.
I say issue 3. In issue 3.
So if that Eternal did tell Exodus, but Exodus died, so we can't remember, theoretically we have quite a few telepathic people who could have heard it. The alien Shi'ar Empress could have heard it. Xavier could have heard it. Jean could have heard it.
Anybody, like, really, it's really up in the air for whoever they want.
Maybe Xandra heard it and because she's back. Maybe Xandra will come in and be like and come in clutch.
But if Icarus joins the X-Men next issue, he knows.
Or they're gonna fight together.
And Icarus knows, so he might tell them.
Cersei could have told them, or could have told the Avengers, "Hey, by the way, every time you kill them, yeah, so a human dies." It's really messed up, but yeah, that's what we do.
And also, we're gonna see the X-Men when they meet up with more Eternals, especially the Eternals that are with the Avengers right now.
Yeah. So,
I wanted one more book with this, but I'm fine. I'm fine.
I still feel like Icarus might fight the Avengers or the X-Men later on. Like it seems like right now they're all going to ally against the Celestial, but I do feel like this Celestial, I don't think he's evil. I think he maybe made a rash call and he's going to be talked out of it, and then he's going to make a new form of judgment where it's different competitions, different trials, different wars, different battles. So I still think there's a chance that Icarus fight, because like what if the Deviants are given a different, I don't know, maybe Icarus convinces the Celestial to spare the Deviants, and then he fights for the Deviants, and then we have to fight him again. I don't know. We could get some more shifting.
I will say it's weird because like when it came, it looks like as the Celestial came out, he was looking one way, and then he slowly started getting corrupted, and now it's like, oh, we messed up. Actually, first of all, no, okay, so that's fine. So did they literally make a new Celestial, or like, or are they in, or are the is Tony's team inside that one right now?
Tony's team's inside that one.
Okay, that's even funnier.
But also, how long before we're going to get Uranus just like off the chain? Because I say that in issue 5, and that's going to be the whole fight in the last issue.
Yeah, or maybe that, or what's stopping Drew from just saying, no, this Celestial is a deviant itself, so I shouldn't follow it.
No, that is true though, because this Celestial, well, not true necessarily. It might be true because Sinister might have made this Celestial into a deviant or a mutant. But the heart of this Celestial is Tiamat, the Dreaming Celestial, and Tiamat, the Dreaming Celestial, is the god of the Deviants. He is the Celestial that decided that Deviants have the right to live, and because of that decision, the Deviants worship him as a god. Even though he's dead, they worship him. They worship a dead god. But now his heart has been put in a new being. So theoretically, the Deviants could worship this being, and this being, even if they don't worship him, this being could accept Deviants as being alive and let them live, and that would go against Uranus. So Uranus will declare war on this celestial.
Yeah, he's gonna throw a temper tantrum.
Oh, one interesting part we didn't mention is that off screen the X-Men did something.
What
What
did
was
he
that?
do?
So the X-Men, we initially see Cyclops fighting the Eternals, the Hex, but then we don't know where they go, and we later get a message blurb from Jean saying, Jean is messaging Cyclops, are all the civilians secure in the vault? Yes. We have also took over the Eternal Armories. The Hex should be running low on supplies soon. I don't know what that fucking means. What supplies? What armory? What? So is the elemental powers that these Hex have come from some armory maybe that Cyclops has now taken over? We basically got we attacked back. The X-Men, while being attacked by the Hex, did a counter strike and took over some type of Eternal Armory.
Oh, that's probably going to be in a book. That's probably going to be one of the tie-ins.
Tie-ins.
Good point. We got X-Men next. The next one's X-Men.
Yeah.
Good point.
It's gonna
Granted, it would have helped if it just said like read issue so and so.
Right.
We know what this means.
So don't make us guess, damn it.
Well, you guys missed it, I think, right? You guys. So we don't even.
I guess I missed that. It's just like anything I don't see, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come up in the tie-ins.
That's probably why it will come up, because it was so small that most people probably missed it. So like it has to be. You're right. It's going to be the next issue of X-Men.
I'm telling you right now that I kind of don't like this event because it's keeping Legion of X alive. It's like I hate this.
Legion of X was going nowhere.
Legion of X, yes, you're absolutely right. Legion of X was going nowhere. It should have been canceled along with Knights of X. This should have been its last month, but because Gilliam's so intricate.
Nightcrawler, I think, is a beloved character amongst the comic book writers.
Yes.
So even if it wasn't going to do well, they would retire this adaptation and try something else. We're always going to get. They're going to try to do something with Nightcrawler.
They haven't really done anything with Nightcrawler though. Nothing like memorable. I mean, like his memorable thing was, "Oh, I'm going to create a religion on Krakoa." Mm-hmm. That's it.
Well, first he created a couple of sex cults, and then he created a religion.
The sex cult. Come on.
Nightcrawler. I will say there is an item that actually just kills Celestials. Like one of the first times we've seen it, it's Thor's axe in like Jarnbron, or that still should be in play. I think he still has that. Something I don't know what it's called.
John. Spear strong.
It's not. It's not called Stormbreaker. Let me see what it's called. It's been a while.
Jormungandr.
Huh?
I think it's like Jormungandr.
No, it's not that either. No, I got it right. No, it's John. It's Jarnbjorn. Like so, Jarnbron. I was right. Jarnbjorn.
No way. I'll have to look it up later.
Yeah, no, I'll send it to you in Discord. That's what it's called.
That's funny.
I don't know what it means, but that's what it's called. You can blame Jason Aaron for that.
But yeah, too busy. Thor is too busy dealing with tsunamis. Like, couldn't they just get Namor to deal with that?
He doesn't control weather.
That's Aquaman.
He could have got a bunch of big fish to get in the way of the wave.
What fish is he gonna call?
What would he have done?
What is Thor gonna do against a storm?
He can make a tornado.
What's a tornado gonna do against a tsunami?
He can suck up the water and make a hurricane and then make it go away.
Great. So you make a water hurricane tsunami.
Or he could just make a portal and have the water go somewhere else.
Accidentally makes a Sharknado. Great.
Sharknado.
Okay,
but that's what Thor can do. I mean, anyone can do. Like Thor, Captain Marvel, and Starbrand could have taken care of that tornado. It didn't need all three of them. I agree.
Speaking of Storm, when we got the whole Celestial proclaiming himself a god, who's the first person we see? Storm.
Wait, what page is that?
Directly beneath the Celestial's face when he's like making his judgment on the earth, you see a little panel of
A little
Storm.
panel of Storm.
They have to throw in a little panel.
Let me see.
So you think we're gonna get confirmation on whether or not Storm is a god?
Oh, okay. That's not even the first person that we see though. Like the first person we see, really the first person that we see is like some two random people. Like they look like they're from like Greece or something. Then it's the mom that lost her child. Then it's Storm. Then it's some other people.
No, but you're reading it like it's a giant long book across 2 pages.
I'm reading down, yeah.
Page at a time, and then straight down.
No,
Straight
she's
down
no,
from
she
the
would.
Celestial's face.
I'm reading down, yeah. And I see what you're saying. Like, I like the first person we would see actually that we know of would be the mom. Then it's Storm.
That's to the left though.
Yeah, you read left to right.
Not when it's 2 panels.
Are we doing this?
Okay, sorry. Let's see. Well, so like the way I read it, it's not full page like that. I just read it. I see what you're saying. No, wait, no. I think they're different issues. I think they're different pages though. Yeah, because it goes. He's like moving his hand, and then it shows the full him. So yeah, the first person that I would see would be that I'm on. So yeah, I'm reading left. I'm reading left to a right. So I think I'm still good.
Maybe.
So what do you think is gonna happen in the next issue?
There's gonna be like, well, so we are at a temporary armistice. We have 24 hours to get this all together. And we gotta assemble.
We gotta make it seem like we like each other.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. No, they have to fake. Yeah. So they have to fake liking each other for a little bit.
I think it's 3 weeks till the next Judgment Day comic, so we got a lot of filler in between.
Yeah, I know. We saw that. We saw the filler.
We're gonna get the first mission of this X-Men team.
As a matter of fact, the next thing that pops up is Death of the Mutants #1. So
I don't think that's that might be a comic. I don't know. The next 2 comics that are tied into the Judgment Day are X-Men and X-Force.
Yes.
Well, X-Force maybe because aren't they still in the ending of their little monster arc?
It's right, but the top of the panel shows Judgment Day, so
yeah.
Okay.
I assume it's somehow going to be connected. We have New Mutants, but it's not going to be connected.
Why is it even here? Why is it even here then?
We still got to tell the fairy tale of magic and the Goblin Queen.
Hopefully this will be the last one. It seems like it'll be the one telling. The cover shows Madeline Pryor like imprisoning magic.
Sure.
You'll probably like it, Albert. If you have that.
Wow.
Sure, that's what we're doing. That's what's been. Yeah.
Madeline Pryor portraying everybody. Who else saw this happening?
No one except literally everybody.
Yeah.
Just. But like I don't know. I could have used I could have used the Wolverine this week. Something just to lighten it up.
Wow, we're in trouble if Wolverine is lighting up the mood.
I don't know that. Hey, man, you got to read this. The latest arc with Deadpool. Not too bad.
I'm not doing that.
No, it's like I will not do that. I like myself.
I'm desperate to see more of Araco and X-Men Red, but it looks like 3 weeks, a month from now. I think it's a long last time before we get any more of that story.
It's just. But hey, at least we don't have to deal with X-Terminators by Leah Williams, right? Right?
X-Men Green.
Oh yeah, X-Men Green, yeah.
Also, that does remind me of one thing I wanted to mention is that the giant centaur kaiju plant monster that Cyclops totally.
Oh yeah, that was funny. That was really funny. Like, why do I always miss the obvious things?
Yeah.
That giant centaur, it can control plants, and it seemed to be able to shut off Krakoa.
Oh, it shut off the gates, I believe.
Yeah.
Does that mean it's more powerful than Krakoa?
I think it just means it can influence the gate. No, because then by that logic, that means that the horticulturalists are stronger than Krakoa. I think they just shut off the gates.
Yeah. Also, you guys noticed that Nightcrawler in Destiny, like, well, all right, well, after the Avengers leave, X isn't told what was going on. He's like, see, they leave every time they just leave, and Nightcrawler's like, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Oh, but the X-Men are stuck in the vault. They're stuck in the armory. The Eternal Armory that they captured, they're stuck because they say that they can't get out because the gates have shut off.
Right.
So
They
like,
got magic. They'll port them out.
They got Forge. He'll make something happen.
I just feel like Krakoa needs to fight, man. Krakoa never fights.
Krakoa, the island
Don't
itself.
really fight.
Krakoa would make a pretty great kaiju. I just.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
I want to see plant kaiju versus plant kaiju. Who is the more powerful plant kaiju?
Why not just
I
get
will say
Mondo for that?
specifically, why didn't the X-Men bring out their giant robot that they had?
That's a good point.
They kept it off. It's on Danger Island.
Danger Island. I forgot that was a thing. Danger Island.
Yeah, useless concept that we thought was going to be something like where they train the young mutants or something. But nope.
No, they just let them die.
Dangers on it? No, there's no dangers on the island. So why the fuck call it Danger Island then?
Danger.
Because if you go there, you'll be in danger. You are the danger.
That's funny. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a short week. We can cut it off.
Yeah,
just,
it was like I said.
I'm just ready for more. Like next week, we're gonna get 5 books. I'm excited.
Yeah, I thought 3.
New Mutants, X-Men. Let me check.
Yeah, what are the books?
I saw 3 and only 2 were Judgment Day because you had New Mutants.
That would be it should have no. It's Death of the Mutants, X-Force, X-Men, I believe.
Yeah.
Black Panther should have a tie-in. Like, what the fuck? Why is he not getting
I don't care about Black Panther. He goes straight to hell, bro. Like, how's Wakanda able to keep all their crazy secrets that can help everybody in the world?
Because they don't have literal immortality. They don't have that.
They have the cure for cancer.
I think it would be baller though.
I really wish they had the cure for cancer. Unfortunately, that's not true.
Oh, okay. All right.
It would be baller if like 1 or 2 things happen. Like if the Wakandans, like either their gods show up to the Celestial and was like, no, you're not going to pass judgment on our people. Agree to not pass judgment on our people, and we'll just walk away. Or all the Wakandans just leave for 24 hours.
They just go where? So they go to like other Wakanda?
Space Wakanda.
Space Wakanda. We're going to Space Wakanda. Come on, guys.
The guy said, come morning, I pass judgment. So come afternoon, you can return.
I know, but that's not okay. First of all, that's not even a threat because like the mutants could just go to Mars,
or the Shi'ar Empire.
They could just leave.
All right, so it's that's the mutants.
You know what? No, I'm sorry. Whatever. So whatever Judgment Day number 3 is, I want that to happen. To be like, you got 24 hours. I was like, okay, guys, let's go. Everyone in like on the ship. Come on, let's go. Right,
Shouldn't we fight for our planet? Hey. Sometimes the most brave thing is to leave.
It's like we have 2 planets for a reason. Let's go. Like,
we're just taking a weekend off. We'll be back on Monday to fight for the planet.
There won't be a planet on Monday.
Yeah, you say that, but
so what are the comics?
Death to the Mutants, New Mutants, X-Force, X-Men. Oh, sorry, it's 4 for the main. I'm reading X-Men 92. They're the TV show's version of Krakoa, which is actually going through a lot faster.
It's better in some regards.
It's fun. It is fun. I kind of want this to be the thing next year, but I know it won't be.
I wanted it animated. Fuck, man, imagine this actually animated. Oh, it'd be fantastic.
It might happen because like we're getting X-Men 97, so
I mean, like, but even their version of the 5, Hope is not needed. The only one who's really needed is Proteus. Karma's on this team. Fabian Cortez, Black Tom Cassidy, and the healer. The 5 are not important. I don't know. It's just that's fun to me. And also, Deadpool made a cameo. Hate that guy.
Damn, so we have Death of Mutants next week. Wow, that's huge.
It won't be all of
What
them.
is that supposed to be? Death to the mutants. Like
Probably the
I thought
death
that
of
was
the
the whole
Fly.
thing. I thought that was the whole thing with Eternals.
Right.
For Judgment Day.
It could be Judgment Day, because like the death of the Inhumans resulted in the death of all the Inhumans. So
Yeah.
theoretically, the death of the mutants would imply death of all the mutants.
Who
Right.
would miss the Inhumans if they were to go?
Other Inhumans.
This
No,
story says.
seriously. No,
Mhm.
come on, Silver, be serious.
I love Black Bolt, man. I don't care about the rest, but I like Black Bolt.
Black, that's
Yeah.
the only one. Not Medusa, not Crystal, not Karnak.
Medusa
Trident.
does some things for me, but that's
Aw.
a different conversation.
Who else we got? Not
Lockjaw.
Ahura. Lockjaw, yeah, Lockjaw too.
If Lockjaw
ISO,
was a
Flint,
woman,
Dante, Grid, Naja,
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, Moon Girl.
You know what? Moon Girl can go. I'm okay with that.
what is Medusa's sister?
Crystal.
Yeah, the baby mama of Quicksilver.
Like
That is correct.
she has like what 3 powers or some shit.
She's basically the Avatar. She has all 4 elements.
And she has the clap because she dated Johnny Storm.
So did Medusa.
Yep. They all
Oh.
well, actually with Medusa it's more of an applause. It's rough. Just rough.
Who else?
No,
Gorgon. No one cares about Gorgon.
I can't even spell it. No. But
So,
yeah.
One interesting thing I just thought of. The Celestial says you have 24 hours to come up with your arguments for why I should let you live. Does that mean he won't do anything for 24 hours?
Yes.
Does Uranus now have 24 hours to do whatever the fuck he wants before he'll be stopped? Because real quick, 'cause I also feel like the Celestial is going to judge the Eternals. He says everyone. He doesn't exclude anyone from that. So I think he's going to judge the Eternals. But it
It says as a collective.
As a collective. So who goes where? I mean, like, are you with your born family or with the family you chose? Who cares about the Eternals though?
But like the 24 hours to assemble your argument. Could your argument be to kill off the entire?
No, it says 24 hours to justify yourself. But so there's no argument. It says just to justify yourself.
Could that justification be wipe out the deviants?
Seems like it. It just says you will be judged as a collective. If there is more that is just than wicked, you will live. So that could be a literal meaning of like if there is more just people in the world than wicked people, then you'll live, or there is just like maybe it could just be quality.
Well, it seems like they're all being judged individually. So like
it says collective.
Individually into a collective.
Yes.
So Uranus though could think that he has to kill off all the deviants so they could be judged good.
Right.
And it's whether or not the Celestial says cease, so he might not be okay with genocide.
Well, he said cease to the to the machines.
Yeah. No, they're eternal.
Before Thanos shows up.
They're eternal, so I don't know why he would say cease to those Eternals.
Well, he was in charge of the Eternals before Druig screwed him over.
And he's still alive. Well, kind of. He's in the Phantom Zone.
That's DC, man.
That's
a copyright infringement.
It's the Phantom Zone. And,
he's in the Spectre Zone. I don't
know. How about he's in the Vibe Zone?
The Vibe Zone. It's just all vibes.
Yeah, just all vibes.
Maybe he learns to vibe a little bit.
Yeah, hey, I'm with it.
I do think he gets released here, though. There's no reason why you introduced Thanos in the Eternal comic. He literally got defeated the one issue before Judgment Day. There's no way that's not relevant for Judgment Day, right?
Well, yes and no, because we don't know. We don't know what Thanos is going to do.
Right.
We know Uranus kind of likes him.
Who knows? Maybe Arrows will pop in and save the day. Or Star Fox. Sorry, Star Fox.
How is
Harry Styles?
Harry Styles will pop in and save the day.
How is Uranus not a deviant?
How is he not? I have no idea. You have more knowledge on the Eternals than I do.
Thanos is considered a deviant because he was blue.
Well, he's a deviant because he's a mutant. Because he's a mutant, remember?
Right, but he had a deviant gene. So he was blue. He was born with a deviant gene, which made him blue. Uranus is blue. Why does everyone like Uranus, but they hate Thanos? Doesn't make sense. So I guess Uranus is
popularity contest.
Right.
Uranus must have not been born blue. He must have made himself blue. Kind of like
Apocalypse.
Uranus. Not Uranus. Kronos. Kronos was born looking like a normal Eternal, but he did some type of scientific experiment which caused him to now look like a galaxy.
Let's not blame science for everything, sir, because he did that to himself. It's not like science just did it, not like he walked into a radioactive chamber. It's not like he's the Hulk.
Right, but Cronus looks like that one mutant on the Great Ring. The one with like the stars in her body.
Oh, Latuka.
Yeah. That's what Kronos looks like now. So if you show me a picture of her, say she's a mutant, show me a picture of him, I'd be like, yeah, that's a mutant too.
Fair enough. I was actually reading Hellfire Gala yesterday, and let me tell you, it's pretty good.
The first one?
The first one.
Yeah, it's way better.
Yeah, no, they literally made a planet.
Actually, it was a little.
Also, how I don't know what it is. Like when they were choosing the X-Men, I just kept on seeing like when actors get chosen for their Academy Award. You saw the one that knew that she was gonna win, the one
they walked up on stage too. I love that they walked up on stage. Like it's just so dramatic.
Laura's eating shrimp. Like what?
For the most part, the outfits were better. I wish Cyclops. I wish the outfit that Cyclops had in the second one he had in the first one. But I mean, yeah. But yeah, for the most part. But yeah, I mean, Emma Frost had 3. The one I liked was the one where she was like in diamond form, and she had like it was almost like it was almost like diamond negligee. So that was the one. Like that's it. That's the one.
That's the one. Okay.
I just imagine White Widow showing up and being like all this hero posing and whatnot.
Yeah. White Widow. the white. What's with all this posing? Oh, sorry, that's funny to me. That's hilarious to me. No, but one issue this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can keep it short. I'm with MJ Sterling Silver on 1407. Next week we got 4 books, 3 of which that Silver will actually acknowledge. Yeah. Well, I don't know about X-Force.
No.
Okay, 2 of which he will actually acknowledge. That's more than usual. All right, it's 1407 Great Mountain Lane, connecting the dots, so your head cannon won't go. So you won't use your stupid head cannon. Nah. We'll see you soon.
See you guys.
Oh, damn it.